All this seems easy, yes? It looks easy, right? So why don't more people do that, do you think? Scared. Scared of doing it? Thank you. Thank you very much for that, Alex. So, I've got another. What is this? It's a circle. Thank you very much. It's a circle indeed. But it's actually, it's a picture of your brain. It's a diagram of your brain. It's good, isn't it? Is that good? So, quick question here. What percentage of your brain do you use consciously every single day? Very little? Judith is like, very little? Anyway, I didn't say thank you. Sia and Judith, good job earlier. I'll give them a hand. Those stories touch me right here. Thank you for that. What percentage of your brain do you use consciously every day? Shout it out. 30%?
45.
5%? 45? Henry said, is it?
Yeah, 45.
45? He's very bright. So research shows that typically we use about 10% of our conscious part of our brain every single day. Only 10%. So what do I mean? So consciously, when you wake, let's say, okay, when you wake up in the morning, do you have to think about how to brush your teeth? No, you're not thinking about, you're not thinking. When you have to plan a journey from here to Scotland, do you have to consciously think about it? Yeah. Yes, okay, so typically we use 10% of our brain consciously every single day. So if that's the conscious part of our brain, what's the other part of our brain called? Subconscious? Okay, did someone say unconscious? Unconscious. What's unconscious? It's, some people like to have a drink on a Friday night. But, so that's the subconscious part of our brain, which is a huge, 90% of our brain is, we are creatures of habit. Creatures of what? Habit. Creatures of habit. That means we do things habitually. We just do things automatically most of the time. Majority of the time. So when you wake up in the morning and you have your shower or bath, whatever, you're getting changed, you have to think about, which trouser leg to put on first? This side or this side? When you're wearing your shirt or your blouse, you have to think about which, no, you don't, you just do that habitually. Yes? So what does that mean in business though? What does that mean? In business or employment, people just do things automatically without thinking about what they're doing. How many people know what I'm talking about here? They think they just do things over and over again. Let me give you an example. How many people here, have ever loaned money to someone before? Thank you. How many of you never had that money paid back to you? Does it happen? Yeah. It happens. So let's take it a step further. Let's say James and I have been in business for a little while now. We're joint venture partners. We get on like a house on fire. I know him well. He knows me, and he knows my family. I know his, and we get on fine. We go for coffees, all that kind of stuff. But what I don't know about James is, 5 years ago, someone asked him for some money, quite a substantial sum, say £10,000. And he kindly lent them that money because they said they'll pay him back. And they didn't. I don't know this, but we get on very, very well. And, I come up to James and James, look, I've got this business deal come on board. I'm a bit short of some cash. It's a bit short of some cash. Can you loan me £7,000 just for a few months? I'll pay that back to you. He gets it out of his pocket. So here's a question for you. If James has been stung before, what's going to happen? What's his likely answer going to be? No. But I'll tell you something. Immediately, when? Immediately our relationship changes. Our relationship has changed. Now he doesn't want to know me. He doesn't want anything to do with me. He thinks I'm something evil. But what's going on? What's happened? What's going on?
You brought up his past experience.
What's that?
You brought up his past experience.
His past experience has suddenly come out from the subconscious straight into his conscious. You know what I'm talking about here?
Yeah.
This is critical to success, not just to business. For some people, opportunities come their way, and because of what's happened in the past, they shun it, they move it away. For some people looking for relationships, and suddenly it could be the perfect relationship. Look, Mark could be the perfect relationship person, and but because of a fragrance Mark wears, and I was like, oh no, that reminds me of my ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. I don't want nothing to do, and there'd be nothing wrong with them. For example, who knows what I'm talking about here? So we call that your little voice. The little voice that's running you constantly without you even being conscious of it. How many people know what I'm talking about here? How many people suspect you might have a little voice? I'll tell you something, I have got a whole choir going on. Seriously, don't do it, that's whiskey. How many people know what I'm talking about here? So, that's your little voice. Now, this is a good crowd. I love this crowd. I go into businesses and they're all suited up and all this kind of stuff, and I'll go through certain things with them, and it takes them a while to warm up, but you're automatically warm, right? Judith did a great job. So here's the thing. One of the exercises I'll get them to do is this, which you'll probably find easy, but for some people it freaks them out. They don't want to do it. They say, oh, this is a bit American, don't do this. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do. Are you ready?
Yes.
Right, so this is what I'm going to ask you to... How many people watch sports? Any kind of sports?
Yeah.
Now, when someone scores a goal or gets a result, what do? They celebrate, they cheer, they do some crazy stuff, yes? Okay, good. So, this is what I want you to do. I want you to turn to someone next to you, give them a high five and say, you're awesome! What happened to the energy in the room now? Right? Fantastic. The energy in the room's gone up again. Very good. But this is what we call a little voice management technique. We've got about 21 different little voice management techniques that we teach our clients. When they stuck on a particular thing, do certain things. And if you've got an office or a factory and you've got your staff all celebrating small wins, and the energy keeps constantly going up, what's going to happen to that organisation? Productive. People are happy. They enjoy it. Someone does it, oh, I've just closed this deal. Yeah, high five. Oh, I do that with my kids. Dad, I just worked out the homework thing. Oh, well done. High five. What's going to happen to his self-esteem? Absolutely. So we call that technique celebrate all wins. Celebrate all what?
Wins.
Celebrate all wins. And this is called Little Voice Mentoring System. Little Voice Mastery System. So just technique, as I said to you, your little voice, I didn't share it very long, but your little voice can be your number one asset. And if not managed, will be public enemy number one. This goes to every area of your life. Whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to have certain success in a particular field, it doesn't really matter. It's all down to little voice. How many people know what I'm talking about? Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I look at it's risky? It constantly stops us. How many people think that they have a little voice? Definitely. Very good. Thank you. So